Hey everybody, it's Matt from MobileSyrup.com here, just doing a quick video review for a port of a popular arcade title called Metal Slug. Metal Slug is a series known for its kind of shoot-'em-up action, kind of like Contra, only very popular in the arcades, made by SNK, famed for making many good arcade games. I'm just going to go into the main mission here in the mission mode. I'm going to go to easy just for the purposes of this demo. Basically, like I said, it's a shoot 'em up, and you're using on-screen controls in order to make your way through missions, kill enemies, and just generally save prisoners of war. As you can see here, my mission is going to start. Everything is really sprite-oriented, very good animation. As you can see, I've got 3 buttons here in order to control what I do. I've got a jump, I've got a grenade, and I can fire my gun, of course. So everything's very pixelated, and that's the whole point of the game, is that everything's very well animated, looks really good. I can duck, of course, in order to get different items, but I can also get things like a heavy machine gun in order to fire in different areas and just make my way through. As you can see, there is a prisoner of war that I have to rescue, so I'm just going to go up and get him. He leaves me a item, and this one leaves me points. I get some more ammo for my machine gun, and I can just keep going. I'm going to get a flame shot here, and it sets the dudes on fire. So the cool thing about this is that it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful, and as far as I know, it preserves the mood of the original game very well. However, the only real complaints I have is the controls. The controls, of course, I make it look kind of easy now, just because I've had a lot of experience playing it. But at the same time, the controls in terms of platforming, in terms of dodging enemy fire, very hard to use sometimes. I blame that on just it being a touchscreen controls as opposed to like a joystick or something like that. Trying to use this D-pad is very difficult, especially when you're trying to do something like jump and aim down at the same time. And to be honest, in a situation where every hit will kill you, it's very hard to kind of get the full effect of the game when you're actively trying to fight against it. Like we're seeing here, I can fire upwards, fire in a number of different ways. I can go diagonally with the heavy machine gun. But for the most part, it's just a very big trial and error thing. Like as you can see, the guy just fired a bomb at me, and I'm pretty much have to pause exactly what I'm doing and devote every little bit of effort in order to make sure I don't get hit. The idea, is that you should be able to aim and play the game without any major problems. Like here, I tried to fire diagonally at that guy, but did not work well. I'm getting blown up by a helicopter, and I'm fighting with the controls to try to, dodge the helicopter's bombs. And to be honest, it gets in the way of you actually playing the game. Especially there's a later mission where it's totally a vertical scrolling level, where you have to go do a screen-to-screen or screen-side-to-screen side jump over and over and over again, all the way up the level. And to be honest, it's really frustrating trying to do it because trying to jump and move at the same time rarely works. So I'm going to use my tank's cannon here. This is the titular Metal Slug. It's a moving tank that can jump. My cannon shots are going above it. So basically, I really want to like this game just because in a lot of ways it preserves what I really liked about the series. It's got a very good the pixels. This boss is beautifully rendered in pixels. It's really funny. Like a lot of the humor does come from the way the enemies die or they show up. It's pretty fun in terms of being a pretty cool shoot 'em up, but at the same time, it's a very big chore to play, and it's mainly just for the nostalgia factor. If you're actually trying to play this on anything more than normal or hard, it's going to be really hard to kind of complete without you abusing the fact that you can continue without having to pay more money. Metal Slug was always kind of one of those really hard games where if you sucked, you'd be pumping a lot of quarters into it. So of course it's going to be a little bit easier on Android when you don't have to pay per play, but it's still kind of just very frustrating because the controls are fighting against you so much. If there was some kind of hardware peripheral that would give me an actual joystick, that'd probably be a little bit better. But for now, unless you're a huge fan of the series and you want to just kind of breeze through it on easy or something like that, I wouldn't recommend buying it, to be honest. It's not a really good introduction to the series if you're interested. Of course, it's going to cost you around $3.90, which is definitely lower than most kind of HD remakes and that kind of stuff for the Xbox, but you're going to get a more complete experience there, especially if you have a physical controller. Like, for instance, I'm going to try to jump over these electric hoops, and I'm going to get one, but no, I'm not even going to get one, because it's very difficult to be precise when, you know, the joystick is so imprecise. It's very hard to change directions very quickly. It's very hard to kind of make minute adjustments, and in a platforming game that requires you to dodge a lot of bullets, that's imperative. So good for fans, maybe not so much for new people, but you know what, at less than $5, it's worth a try to see if you're kind of in the middle or not. This has been Matt Demers for MobileSyrup.com. You can follow us at MobileSyrup on Twitter. You can also follow me at Matt Demers. Check us out on MobileSyrup.com for all your Canadian app news, app hardware news, that kind of stuff. And have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.